Welcome to the Joe Fragilé channel. I'm Joe Fragilé, white guy on a mission to bring you the alternative truth and fight woke. On today's episode, I bring you exclusively the episode guide to the forthcoming Season 2 of the Book of Boba Fett. Now, many of you will have seen Book of Boba Fett Season 1 on Disney+. Everybody was really looking forward to it. Boba Fett, great character, one of my favorites. And Season 1 was a bit of a bust. The writers were so disinterested in Boba Fett, they spent 2 whole episodes with characters they thought were more interesting. I've loved Boba Fett since I was age 5, before I even saw The Empire Strikes Back, just photographs of him. I loved him as a character, even though he never got much to say. I really had high anticipation for the first series, but it felt kind of flat. It had a slow start and a very rushed last episode to try and catch up with the detour that they took to follow The Mandalorian, Ahsoka, Luke Skywalker, and Grogu. So now here comes Season 2 of the Book of Boba Fett. Now, is this Disney's big opportunity to redeem the character of Boba Fett and save the entire Star Wars franchise from falling into the pit of despair and woke and kind of crummy storylines? I can exclusively bring you this episode guide to all 7 episodes of Season 2. Let's kick off then with Episode 1. This is exciting stuff. So, Boba Fett and Fennec Shand leave Tatooine to find Dengar, who has asked for help. Dengar is a rival of Boba Fett, so, Fett is a little suspicious of him, but they agree to go help, and they land on Kashyyyk, where Dengar is on trial for murder. And he says he knows the location of a valuable crystal and will share it with Boba Fett if he gets him off the charge. So far, so good. Great to get off-world and see the Wookiees and Dengar for the first time on screen since The Empire Strikes Back. Maybe Disney have learned their lesson and this is going to be an exciting new season. Episode 2. This is a flashback episode for Dengar, tracing his life of bounty hunting since The Empire Strikes Back and how he ended up on Kashyyyk and what got him into trouble in the first place. So, okay, fine, a flashback episode. Boba Fett's not going to be in it, but that's understandable. We need to establish this important character to the season, where he's been, what he's done, how he got here. So, I'm okay with that. So, episode 3, Black Chrysanthemum is called back to Kashyyyk. He gets embroiled on the way in a confrontation with Ahsoka on Geonosis, where his transport is forced to make an emergency landing. And they have a big fight, and it's going to be awesome, I'm sure. But not much Boba Fett in that one. I mean, it's always good to get more Ahsoka and Chrysanthemum. Can we get back to Boba Fett, please? Okay, episode 4. Here we go. The Mandalorian and Grogu are recruited to help bring a lawyer to defend Dengar on Kashyyyk. But they're intercepted by pirates and must fight for their lives. I mean, this is getting silly. Is Boba Fett even in this series? Fingers crossed for episode 5. Here we go. Admiral Akbar, as a young Mon Calamari, learns to fly his first starship, and we see him grow and develop into starship captain for the Rebel Alliance. Is he the real Wookiee murderer? Admiral Akbar? Seriously? Whose name is on the title of this series? Alright, okay, we've got 2 episodes left. Come on, Boba Fett. Episode 6. The Mandalorian and Grogu and the lawyer crash on Endor and meet Wicket and the Ewoks, who help them rebuild their M1 starfighter, and at the end of the episode they finally arrive on Kashyyyk. I have no words. Here we go then with episode 7, which I'm sure is going to be a real highlight for Boba Fett fans. So the trial begins with Boba Fett, Fennec Shand, Dengar, Chrysanthemum, Mandalorian, Grogu, Akbar, and Wicket, who stowed away somehow on that tiny ship. The trial is interrupted by a big explosion. There's a big chase through the streets of Kachiro, hopefully a little faster than the one in Series 1. Boba Fett catches the killer at the end by riding a giant Shiyayo bird to catch the killer and bring him to justice. Are you serious, Disney? My God, 7 episodes Boba Fett's in two of them, and in the last one, he has to share screen time with almost the entire cast of the original trilogy. I mean, I'm surprised Luke Skywalker is. Oh, wait a minute, I missed that. Luke Skywalker is in Episode 7 as well. I don't know if that's a spoiler. Who cares? Luke's in it, Han's in it, Chewbacca's in it. Of course, Chewbacca's in it. It's on Kashyyyk. Why is it called Book of Boba Fett? That's time for our reading, which today is taken from the Book of George Lucas, chapter 4, verse 1. And lo, Lucas did with mere happenstance craft a film of great magnitude in the War of the Stars. And, in his wisdom, he didst entrust the two succeeding chapters to other directors, and he saw that they were good. Henceforth, Lucas was filled with great hubris. He didst direct 3 prequels of static and lifeless nature, never once setting aside his vessel of coffee. And lo, he who sought to bring destruction upon the sacred franchise did sell it to Disney for $4 billion so they could kill it for him. Thanks be to franchise bloat. Amen. I'm Joe Fragilé, white guy on a mission to fight woke wherever I find it. I hope you enjoyed this exclusive guide to the Book of Boba Fett. I don't know why it's called that either. Series 2. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more, and have a great day. I'm serious, Bob. They probably didn't even break the costume out of storage. What was the point? He's barely in it. Just have Slave One Boba Fett starship. Just fly around for an episode and then do whatever the hell they want for the rest of it. Because honestly, this is just getting ridiculous.